I didn't want to make this video in one go because then it's gonna be too long and boring for most people, since a lot of people love watching short videos. So this is the part two, even though it's the formal part of the first video I made. Before you japa, you need to listen to this because a lot of people get deported at the point of entry. And we've already established the fact that you having the visa is not a direct entry to the country you're japping into. So, brothers and sisters, I want to share with you most things you should do or try not to do once you have boarded that plane and landed at the country you are japping to, especially if you are a first-time japper. Number one, always make sure to dress for the occasion. When I'm talking about dressing for the occasion, what do I mean? Let's say you're going for studies and you're traveling under a student visa. Please try as much as possible to dress as a student. I know you might say, but I want to look cool at the airport. I want to steeze up. I want to look yoppy. I want to look handsome. I want to, with all the swags. But understand that the swag you're going to be, dressing or the steez you're going to have is not those people at the airport that seizes those steez and that you swag that would let you enter the country. The way you dress will only help you or not help you to enter that country, and that is determined at the other end. That is the interviewing officer at the border. So as a student, how should you dress? Simple. Maybe a collar t-shirt with a simple trouser is fine. Avoid wearing earrings as a student because then you look like a footballer. Avoid wearing heavy chains and all. Just dress simple. In fact, if you can, avoid wearing a face cap. Even if you're traveling in winter, of course, you're going to have your winter jacket to cover up that light collar t-shirt you wore. Look simple as a student. If you're a footballer, you can wear the nose rings, you can wear the earrings and what have you. You are a sports person. Everybody in the world knows how sports people, how they dress and how they live their lives. Or if you're a rapper, you can dress like a gangster, but do not dress like a rapper if you're traveling under a student visa. It might be one of the problems that would land you deportation. That is, the interviewing officer might not allow you cross. And the next important thing is once you've landed. Once you've landed at the airport, there's usually a line, a queue to follow where people line up to wait to get their turns to be interviewed before they can cross the border. While you are waiting in line, if there is any place your eyes should look, is front and your luggage. And if you are to look back, that's behind you, look at your back just once, just to know or to see who came behind you. But apart from that, do not be looking sideways, turning your eyes, because it makes you look suspicious. The reason you're looking front is because you want to know how closer you are to the interviewing officer. Why are you looking at your side? So who are you looking for? So it makes you look suspicious. So if you think you're looking to and fro just because you want to be safe, airports are considered to be one of the safest places in the world. So there is no need for you to be looking from side to side. Else it makes you look suspicious. And once you're looking in front, if that interviewing officer happens to happens to catch your eye, as in both of your eyes get caught, my brother, my sister, do not avoid that eye contact. That leads us to the third one. Don't avoid eye contact with the interviewing officer, because once you do, again, it makes you look suspicious. If your eyes lock and jam, keep looking until he or she takes off her eyes. Because if you do, let's say, for example, maybe that happened and you avoided looking back at the interviewing officer, and let's say honestly or innocently you decided to change line, again, you've created a suspicious scenario for yourself. So don't do that. All right. And once you have gotten to the gotten close to the interviewing officer, and it's your turn, to answer whatever questions they're going to be asking you regarding as to why you are in that country, also be observant. Observe. Look at how their body reaction is. If they are smiling at you, smile back. If they are serious, of course be serious, but again, serious in a good way, not serious because you're angry or serious because you are disappointed because it took a long time. So observe their mood. I remember the first time I came here to Israel, I observed that the interviewing officer was a Russian speaker. As soon as I got to her, I spoke with her in Russian, and whatever question she wanted to ask me as to why I was in Israel, she didn't ask me. Rather, she concentrated asking me how my studies was in Ukraine, which school I studied in Ukraine, which university I studied in Ukraine. At the end of the day, nothing. Why are you in Israel? And all those things. So observe the interviewing officer. If they speak a language that you understand or my brother, it will help you communicate with them in that language. Languages goes a long way to help people who maybe not be a native speaker of that language. I remember once again when I traveled to Amsterdam, my interviewing officer, he looked at me. The first thing he told me was, 50 cents, what are you doing? 50 cents, what have you come to our country for? And I picked up on that what I told him, I came here to smoke, just like that. And he laughed, said, I know. And that's how, again, maybe it wouldn't have worked for some other person, I don't know, but I observed that this guy is being jovial with me, and I reciprocated by being jovial with him, even though they know that tourists come to Amsterdam to smoke. All right. And regarding your dressing, as I said in the first case, as a student, dress as a student. If you are a tourist, yes, you Google, you can search for how tourists dress. Don't travel under a tourist visa and then dress corporate, dress as if you're a businessman, or dress as if you're a lawyer or a doctor. No, these things could either help you to get into the country or make them deport you. So please, guys, watch out for this. Be observant with the interviewing officer. Never avoid eye contact, and do not look to and fro as if you are Satan looking for who to devour. And also your dressing matters. It's your boy, the Crackhead. Do these things, and I know that there are people that they might be following all these principles and all these things, but at the end of the day, they still get deported. Again, if that is the case, then you have to refer to my first video that I made informally as to what to do if you don't want to be deported in the country you're flying to. Have a nice day. Bye.